Hi everyone, welcome to the Fashion Experiment. It's Dr. Bridget. I'm your professor of all things fashion, and today I'm going to share key items in menswear for this coming fall winter 2023. All right, so I shared a video on women's key items, so I have to do men's, right? Got to share the men's looks. So here we go. Many of the women's wear trends are consistent with menswear. They don't really carry over. They're right alongside one another. And that is because, as I shared in a previous video, there's the foundation of the fall winter trends are classics. And that is relevant for both men and women. Classic tops, classic bottoms, and the classic silhouettes that are popular for the season are the same for menswear and women's wear. And you'll see that as I go through, I'll point it out. All right, so first is a relaxed jean. All right, so the fuller silhouette is what is prevailing. We have worn a figure hugging silhouette for a very long time, and that is slowly but surely being replaced with a fuller silhouette. And as I shared in a previous video, you have to understand that fashion moves, okay? It never stops. And as it moves, it moves in stages. And there are different theories. I'm just gonna talk about the most traditional theory, the trickle down movement of fashion is, okay, so we look to the runways, we look to luxury brands, we look to high-end designers to dictate what will be popular, okay? And then once the industry, and that is manufacturers and other designers, private labels that retail stores, specialty stores, department stores create for themselves, they look to, couture, they look to luxury to dictate where fashion is going, and then they replicate what they see on the runway based on who their target market is. Okay, so based on that premise, the wider silhouette, okay, is trending. Okay, it's been here for several seasons now, but that doesn't mean that it has trickled across all of fashion, especially at the lowest level. Mass merchandise retailers, discount retailers. So that is why we still see the skinny jean and a slim silhouette. It's right alongside the wider silhouette because it has not completely trickled out. Okay, it's a process. All right, so I'm just putting that out there because it's like, while this fuller silhouette is prevailing, like it is here, it is almost everywhere now. That does not mean that you have to, just immediately go get rid of all of your skinny jeans and, slimmer cut denim. You don't have to do that, all right? Don't do that. All right, so basic relaxed jean, popular in menswear. So there, in other styles, here we go. Cargo pants, I've said it in several other videos. The cargo pant style in khaki, in denim, you're going to see it in sweatpants too. Like every style of pants, you will eventually see translated into a cargo pant. This is the #1 pant style for fall, winter, and moving forward, spring, summer 23 as well, across menswear, women's wear, children's wear. Okay, in addition to the cargo pant, a workwear style is being introduced. And this is kind of like a subset of a trend, okay, because it's just in menswear and it's not necessarily connected to any of the inspirations that I had previously shared, but I saw workwear. And I don't necessarily focus so much on menswear, but there was a whole forecast on this workwear inspired look. And it's just a Yeah, like a work shirt, the cargo pant, this painter's pant. It's really like a uniform look, a fuller silhouette, uniform look. And it really took me back to the 90s, took me back to like I'm not from the West Coast, but it made me think of like that California style that was popular like back in the day in the 90s. Like that's what the vibe that it gave. I'm like, okay, that's cool. So there was a whole forecast on this workwear, work inspired style. And it was a work shirt. It was a layered shirt. So a thermal with a t-shirt over top. Uh, yeah, it really gave me that West Coast like urban vibe from the 90s. Okay. So that's a look. That's a look for menswear. Next is the chunky cardigan for menswear. This was cool. This was nice. And again, this speaks to the desire for consumers to have a more leisurely work attire. And I talked about this, that uh, at home inspired workwear for men and women. So the chunky cardigan is knit. So there's the ability to move and not be restricted and still provide you with like a more business casual look for work that could work for you for work. All right. In the forecast, they connected it to 90s grunge, the chunky cardigan. But I really, in my mind, connected it to the workwear leisure. So however it works for you, you can make it work, right? You could throw on the chunky cardigan with some sweatpants and like a throwback tee, to give it that 90s flair, or you could throw it on with a button-up shirt, and some khakis to give it more of a relaxed work look. But however it works for you in your closet, just know the chunky cardigan is trending for menswear, right? Next, we have the logo crewneck. So this is absolutely a classic style. A crewneck sweatshirt, a crewneck sweater, a crewneck top. Very classic. The one thing that we're connecting to this trend for fall winter is the fact that we're using logos. So the use of logos is coming back, also inspired by the 90s, oversized logos. It was on the runway for all the high-end luxury brands. I saw it for Gucci, I saw it for Fendi, using large logos. So, and that was very popular in the 90s. All the urban brands had really, really big logos on all their apparel. So that will be trending again for fall winter. And you're going to see, this again, these are classic garment styles. So the garment itself is not what's really making the look. It's the logo that's on the look or the message. Okay, so that's the other thing. If it's not a logo branded product, then there's going to be some type of messaging on the garment, and you're going to see lots of different messages connecting to community. So inspiring messages that are messages, okay, not just a t-shirt for the sake of being a t-shirt with something random on it, but an actual message to, engage people in conversation. Lots of conversations can be had, right, about all the different issues that we're dealing with in our world, in our country. All right, next is the casual suit. Casual suit, I want to highlight the statistic that I have here from the forecasting company, WGSN. The new in suit is all about comfort. They're knitted suits. A suit is a matching pant and matching top. I'm saying that because for women's wear, matching sets are re-emerging as trending. And this casual suit for menswear speaks to that. Like maybe a chunky cardigan with a button-up shirt and khakis is not enough. The business casual look is not enough. You need a full look. So instead of going back to the traditional, more structured suit, you can select to wear the casual suit that is a little dressier, okay, than business casual. And that could potentially work for the man, you know, who needs to look more put together than a cardigan and a button up. So this is the option for that man. And it also still provides the comfort and the leisure and that ability to flex, you know, from a formal in-office look to a more laid back look if you're at home. That's what this offers, lots of versatility. All right, and then there's the tracksuit, also speaking to the matching set. Okay, so this is, again, the complement for the menswear, when on the other end, the women's wear has the matching set. So you can do the tracksuit or you could do your casual suit. You know, we're giving everybody options. And in giving you the options, you can still maintain comfort and be stylish and be great. That's what I like about it. You don't have to be uncomfortable. You can be put together, wear some labels if that's what you're into, and look great and be comfortable and feel good. Right? So the tracksuit, that also speaks to the 90s too. And then the Western shirt. This was another, like, in the whole Western inspired. So another like side theme, side inspiration that was thrown in here. All right. So, and I'm saying thrown in because if it didn't connect to the main 3 inspirations that I talked about for reconnecting, then I'm just calling it like thrown in. So we had the workwear inspired look thrown in, and then this Western look thrown in. And maybe I shouldn't say thrown in, but it's already out there. So anyway, I saw, and what you will see when I do my footwear video, that cowboy boots are trending, will be trending, and this speaks to this with the Western shirt. And I'm certain that it's like just an underlying theme, not a major theme, what's called a minor theme. All right, the workwear look and this Western look, just because I believe that they already have, they as in the forecasting company, they already have and are very confident about the garment styles that they've already presented connected to the themes because of what they've seen on the runway. All right, so the Western style and the workwear style didn't show up as frequently on the runway as the other garment styles connected to the themes, and that's why I didn't get a major spot. Okay, and that's really how forecasts are developed and predicted based on what we see prevailing at the top of the runway, at the highest level of fashion, couture, luxury brands, because we know that fashion trickles down. And it doesn't always trickle down. It can trickle up and it can trickle across. But, you know, we look to the data and our statistics in this process, the process of prediction. So for that reason, I know that the workwear style and this Western style team, they were considered minor players because it didn't show up on so many catwalks. But it's still, you know, it still made it, and we'll see how it goes, you know. And again, with fashion, while it is predictable, you know, you can't predict everything like so precisely. So who knows, the Western look and the workwear look may blow up in certain subsections of communities geographically and consumer groups, you know, and that is how fashion does. Certain things pick up and become very, 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 very popular among certain groups and in certain geographic locations. So just be on the lookout for the Western shirt and that cowboy boot in that Western inspired theme. All right. Next is the mundane big shirt. This is just an oversized button-up shirt, and it's a classic shirt style. It's great for layering, and it's an easy look for anyone. It's not too much to say about a big shirt, right? It's a classic button-up shirt. Garment styles that everybody already has. It's just a matter of how you want to style it. So I saw from Womenswear, I saw it being styled as a dress, worn as a dress, oversized shirt as a dress. And then I saw a jumper being layered over it, or a big chunky sweater being layered over it, chunky cardigan being layered over it. Like, you can do a lot with the big shirt. You can belt it, lots to do with the big shirt. All right, next is the overshirt. This is really, for me, like the remix of what was called a shacket, a jacket and a shirt hybrid. And basically that's what it is, an oversized shirt, but it's made of a heavier material, or material that could also be used as a jacket, worn as a jacket, allow you to wear the shirt as a jacket, and it's seen as a transitional piece. Okay, so you'll pull out the oversized shirt, jacket, shacket, right? At the end of the summer, going into the fall, where, you know, the weather is not quite cold enough for a jacket or a coat, so you can work this into it. So again, another garment style that is very easy to incorporate into your closet in different variations, different colors, and different fabrications. And next is the knitted vest. So the vest is part of the classic garment style that was connected to garment trend that was connected to the academic look. And this was popular for men and women. So this is a key item that's being highlighted here for menswear for sure, the knitted vest. You're definitely going to see the knitted vest this fall, winter. All right, next is the high pile fleece. So I talked a lot about, in previous videos, I talked a lot about texture and how different garments would be made from different fabrics to build up the texture and the visual appeal and look of the garment. So the high pile fleece it really speaks to that. Also presented some garment styles using the fleece for the outdoors, style for the outdoors. It's a warm fabric and meant to be used for garments that would be worn outdoors. Classic coat, again, a garment style that everyone can wear, will be trending. It's great when things that we already have in our closet are trending, right? It's like, let me just pull it out, dust it off, put it in the cleaners, and see if I can style it, you know, with something that I already have and just look polished and put together and great. Classic coat is very easy, classic overcoat. And then the varsity bomber. So I presented the bomber jacket as a key item in women's wear. And here I am sharing for menswear, key item. Just as I shared about cargo pants being everywhere for winter, the bomber jacket in all types of variations will be everywhere. So I'm a big fan of the bomber jacket. I love bomber jackets. So I'm excited to see all the different styles. I'm gonna have to get one because it's gonna be everywhere. You see the statistic here. It's gonna increase by 20% in the UK, and it'll be up by over 50%, 52% in the US at luxury retail. All right. You're definitely gonna be able to find some style of a bomber jacket that you like because it's gonna be everywhere. All right, and next is the flight jacket. So in women's wear, my women's wear key items video, I shared about the aviator jacket. And this is the complement to that, the leather flight jacket. So this is cool. Just a nice, like clean style that can complement anyone's wardrobe, man or woman. Like it's a great clean style is how I see it. Like I like the simplicity of it, but how you can make it stand out with simple details and the quality of the leather. And you can even do faux leather too, and different color leather, like versatility and a style that anyone can embrace. All right, and this is the last garment, the tech shell. This is again another simple jacket style. This, depending on the type of fabric that it's made from. Now, I mean, practically from a utility perspective, it's going to be made from nylon or some type of blend. And because I just know that nylon is very, 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 very strong fabric, but it's lightweight. So jackets like this are made from nylon. So anyway, I said that to say you can achieve different looks with that man-made fabric. And this tech shelf speaks to the awestruck theme, our technology theme. And in that theme, I talked about like the liquid look of fabric, which is like plastic. It could also be nylon, and just that futuristic, different futuristic prints and patterns. And that's what you'll see. You'll see the classic tech shell shape, but it's going to be in different fabrications for the purpose of capturing the inspiration of technology. All right, so that's why I included this. It's also going to be connected to the great outdoors, you know, and the utility, from the utility aspect, you know, keeping you warm, keeping you protected, you know, when you're outdoors, style for the outdoors. So either one of those trends, this garment style speaks to. All right, so this brings me to the end of my video. Make sure you check out more videos on my channel. Come back for more. Like and subscribe, and let your friends know about my great trend videos. And I'll be back soon. Bye, everyone.